Okay, I'm just trying to get the camera right and hopefully you guys can see me perfectly. Okay, so I decided to do a video after speaking with my mom about a dream that I had early this morning. Okay, so I'm going to get straight to it to keep it as short and sweet as possible, but I think it was very powerful, the dream that is. So I was at this house. The house is not familiar in reality, but in the dream, I was at this house. I was with Slim. I was with his brother was there, his brother's wife, their kids, my sister, her husband, their kids, and Elijah, my son. We were all there at this particular house. And we decided that we wanted to take the kids on a play date. We were going to go somewhere. I don't know if it was Mama V's house, if she was having something, but we were going to do something together for all of us. And so it out of nowhere, it began to storm like no other. I have never experienced a storm like this before. It was extremely loud. It was very scary. It was lightning. It was extremely powerful. And so it was so intense that all of us kind of stopped where we were and just kind of just looked around, because in our minds, we knew something was about to happen. We just didn't know what was about to happen. So we're just standing there and it's getting louder and louder. It's just the loudest sound I've ever heard. And it was just very, very intense. And so I looked over at Slim, who was, standing in front of me, and he was standing right right in front of the window. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's standing by the window and it's lightning. He needs to get away from the window. But I never said anything, because before I could say anything, I looked to my left. And when I looked to the left, I saw this huge white castle ascending from the clouds. Like it was ascending, like floating up from the clouds. And so at that very moment, I was captivated. I was mesmerized by what I was seeing. And so I pointed up and I said, look, guys, it's heaven. Like, it's heaven. And so at that point, it was like this white castle in all these beautiful, vibrant colors. Like the colors were like pink, royal purple, orange, yellow. There were more colors. I just can't describe all the color. It was just the most beautiful sight that I had ever seen, and my words are not going to be, my vocabulary, my diction is not going to be extensive enough to describe what I saw. It was just the most beautiful thing. And I remember just saying, oh my God, y'all, it's heaven. And I'm just pointing at it. And I never took my eye off of it. I never took my eye off of it. I didn't look around to see who else could see it. I was just so captivated by what I was seeing that I could not turn away from it. I couldn't turn away from it. So right after that, it was like this. And I felt my spirit began to ascend from my body, and I felt like I was floating upward. And so at that moment in my thoughts, because I had no control over my body whatsoever, I didn't make myself float. I just began to float. And immediately in my mind, I said, I know exactly what this is. And of course, it was in a glimpse of the rapture. And so I say all this to say that I've always wanted to know what heaven would be like. I wanted to know, and it kind of reminded me of Disney World, but a lot more beautiful, just a lot more beautiful. Like the colors were just so vibrant and bold, and I'm just trying to visualize it right now because I can see it in my head, but I can't quite explain.